Hello everyone, it's Stevie here. Welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, we are on Talbot Street, as you can see here, and we are going, you can already see it in fact, up ahead. It's the Dublin bus, Pride bus. We're going to get it on the 130. You're around for the trip. I'll show you the livery, I'll show you the wrap that it has a board, play the history of this bus, do the usual kind of stuff as our bus is out in about 10 minutes or so. So without further ado, let's begin with today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. So here's the Pride bus, as you can see, EV23 07D 30023. As you can see right here, here's the side of the bus, looking lovely. It's Dublin Pride, so for Dublin with Pride. So it's the slogan on the bus. Transport for Ireland logo, it is a lovely design, have to say. It is lovely. Then we come over to the front. Just standard Dublin bus livery on the front. Very nice, I have to say. So we're going to board this now. It's 1306 service to Clontarf. We're going to get this, and yep. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. Original Transport for Ireland logo. Underneath the wrap you can clearly see. Just a quick little update. We are 1 minute to go before departure, and there is no driver at the moment. The SG, they're just presumably on break between H5 duties. So we must see what happens. Once again, folks, I'll keep you guys updated as we get close to the departure time, and we'll see what happens. Just a quick little update. We have a driver. He's just kind of getting set up in the cab, so he's nearly ready to go for departure. So there's our bus, EV2307D 30023, Dublin Bus Pride. Hello. Original bench seats this has, of course. So we are on the bus at the moment. We just go down by North Strand Fire Station. At the moment, the bus is reasonably busy now, but it is a Friday afternoon. But in June, so the schools are still on as well. Dublin bus have been very traditional with Pride buses. It's a yearly tradition that goes back if you think about it, to about a decade ago, when they started wrapping up buses in about 2017. Usually every year a Donnybrook bus would get it. There's the first bus, EV23, was a Donnybrook in 2017, followed by Ringsend's AX488 and Donnybrook's AX647 in 2018. 2019 EVs started getting the wrap, so we're on an EV, and the EVs that got the wrap in 2019 coming on roads, EV64 and Donnybrook's EV98, Broadstone's open top AV441 received the wrap as well, and EV97 received a disco version of the wrap, but unfortunately EV97's wrap didn't last too long. In 2020 there was no Pride bus for COVID-19. 2021 the honours went to Go Ahead. With Go Ahead's 11589 receiving the Pride wrap for 2021, and still on that vehicle to the day. 2022 a Dart carriage, which Dart unit A3158115 received a Pride wrap in 2022. There was nothing in 2023, and then in 2024 Donnybrook's GT21 was chosen. So with this year recently returned to service, Clontarf EV23 was picked. Now EV23 has a long history of AOAs, as it previously always wore AOAs throughout its whole life. 2019 received a Deliveroo AOA, and in 2020 received the International Day of Persons with Disabilities bus wrap as well. In 2021 received a Bumble Dayton wrap, being withdrawn from service in 2021, around late 2021, early 2022. It was a Donnybrook bus all of its life, until withdrawn in 2022, and returned to service in May of 2025 in Clontarf Garage. And on the 21st of May, it was chosen by Dublin Bus to be its Pride Bus 2025. So we'll just go through Fairview at the moment. I'll show you a couple more clips as we head down by the coast of Clontarf. Apologies if you can't really see out the window, as wraps they tend to cover this window here with the wrap on. So I'll show you a couple more clips as we head down by Clontarf, off and into Castle Avenue. those two chimneys are the Pullback Towers. There's a bus with your shop. Those towers there are the Pullback Towers. now, so here we are at Castle Avenue. We're going to watch the bus come past. Watch it pass. So this is the stand here at Castle Avenue. Bus back is at 13:56, and it's going to be the same EV again, EV23. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to watch the bus come up, and then we're going to get it back into town. So here she is in her wrap for Dublin Pride. Looking gorgeous. And then here's the back. So with Dublin with pride. It really does. Transport for Ireland, Dublin bus. Lovely bus. Thank you so much. The driver's very kind. So let's see here. Here's the cab of an EV. Is she nice to drive for what?
Yeah, SGs I think I've heard of them.
Let's have a look. Let's explore the bus. Here he is, back seats. Viral cab. I mean viral seats. Here with the plastic seats. Not very comfortable. It's like edge seats. It's like a 2010 bus. Go upstairs, EV23. Upstairs full of bench seats. Covered the back windows on the Pride bus, obviously. Here she is. Window. Then we have these pocket seats at the back. Here. Let's go down the bus. And now, the downstairs. So the driver's very nice. He's going to do a couple scrolls for us on the bus. Here we go. So we have 130 to Lower Abbey Street. Used to go to Lower Abbey Street and now they cut it to Talbot Street. It's very nice seeing Abbey Street. Oh, it's changing it. What's he going to do now? Nice. Coastal tours. EV23's former garage there, Donnybrook. Okay, so here we go. Going back. Make sure the ticket machine works. 130 to Talbot Street. I'll probably include some of the scrolls in the photos for selection. stop, I have to say. So we are just going through underneath Clontarf at the moment. Apologies for not getting much shots on the way back, as I've pretty much got all them on the way down towards it. It just came to my attention that these EVs are my favourite buses in Dublin bus, and you can hear behind why they are. They are my favourite because they're just so enjoyable to ride. Constant coaches, they're just so nice to ride. And something about the vintage style of these that really makes the enjoyment of them. Now, I know that these may be getting a little bit old. I mean, what? This is an '07 plate, so it's about 18 years old. Not beating the ALXs on the route, which are about, in Dublin bus, which are about 19 years old. But it just comes to show how things can last. Really, these are meant to be only lasting 15 years, and now look, they're nearly 20 years old. So these Enviros are really nice. It's to ride that now. I know the back seats may be not comfortable or that, but then again, it doesn't matter if the seats are comfortable or not. Now, for the general public, it might just be the bus is a bus, but for us enthusiasts, these buses are what makes Dublin moving, and these have been moving Dublin now for almost 20 years now. So they are a really incredible piece of engineering, but as they come to last. As well, it's amazing to see these getting more advertisements. I mean, we got the Pride wrap here, and this one EV23 through EV24 still carries an International Day of Persons with Disability wrap, as it has been now for about 2.5 years. And as more EVs turn to service, there's only a couple in storage, which now, this was one of them that recently just returned. So it's really amazing to see these buses continuing in Dublin for generations to come. Well, as the electric buses come in, and they have a lot more issues with them, like the EA's been off service now for about 6 months. The issues, these really are a great bus to ride on, and it shows how good the old vehicles are, just like how long these can last. I mean, look, there's 2 over there. That's on an '08. Both of them are on the '08 plates. They're just a year newer than this. Well, it comes to show just how amazing these Enviro400s are. That's what, and they're beautiful as well. I mean, look at them. Really beautiful. I just can't see the wrap, obviously. Compared to the GTs, I much prefer the EVs. They're so more classical than these. So we're nearly at Talbot Street now. And yeah, but then we wrap up at Talbot Street. Don't see that on buses much these days. There's an SG going around. And of course, Wi-Fi code for support and contact. For support code 0818333388 or contract support Fleet Connect IE and quote bus number EV23. Looks like we're getting a bus first. Oh, your GT's moving now. Okay, fair enough. are coming into Talbot Street. This is Talbot Street where the bus will turn me. Well, we'll turn me after Gardiner Street. Thank you. Now, so here we are at Talbot Street now after coming back from town, from Castle Avenue. And just a quick look at the bus on this side. So you can see, this is the bus on this side. This is this side's wrap. And then here's the back of the bus. Quick little photo of it. Then coming back down towards the side of the bus. Down here, what am I going to do now is that I'm going to pass it to the studio for a little bit of a summer up about the Pride bus in Dublin. So to conclude this video, and yes, up on the screen I do have some of the scrolls that I managed to get while I was out and about recording this video. So this is a very nice tradition that Dublin Bus does every single year, wrapping up one or two of the vehicles for Pride. I know it was like abandoned during COVID-19, but either then the Go Ahead Pride bus and of course was the DAT that they done in 2022. They really cover up for this one. The bus that's usually wrapped up in Pride bus the Pride livery usually goes to Donnybrook. But this year it's very interesting that Clontarf got the AOA vehicle in the form of recently returned to service EV23. Now what's the funny thing is about this is EV23 was actually a former Donnybrook bus, as you can see on this screen with the display up of its former garage, which that came perfectly on time, by the way. But it just comes to show how buses that are withdrawn in one garage return to a different garage. Like EV8 just returned to Donnybrook, and that wasn't always based in Donnybrook. It used to be always based in Ringsend. So it's a very nice tradition, I have to say. I'm glad that more of these enviros are returned to services. These are my favourite buses. I really did enjoy getting the Pride bus, and especially seeing this tradition. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hopefully you do enjoy today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you all next time.